Hello and welcome to Kitchen Counter Crafts. If you like this video, would you please like, comment, share, and subscribe? Why is it that your pens sometimes go through this cycle of running out of ink all at the same time? So just yesterday I was taking notes for work, and luckily I have several pens that are inked on my desk. I tried this one, ran out, this one ran out, this one ran out, and then this one ran out, but I was still able to get about 3 pages of notes out of the 4 ink pens. So yesterday I did a video on this Schaefer lever fill, and so if you want to check that out, this is on, the video is how to clean this out, but also really how to fill it and have it be ready. And then today I wanted to do my Parker vintage pen, and this one is, I have a review on it, but it is a piston filled, and so this one should be fairly easy. There is no window, so you can't see ink levels. I know that makes people insane, especially for vintage pens, but it's just kind of how it goes. So one of the things that I just do is you start off with clean water, and you just fill this back up with water, and you just kind of clean out the piston this way. I also just kind of shake this just gently. You want to do stuff gently. The pistons on here, the pen is old, so everything inside also is old, even though it's been restored. So you don't want to go crazy on how to do that. So I just literally stand and kind of fill and then empty, fill and then empty. And it also gives you a good idea of how much ink these can actually hold. So if you want to measure, you could do that, but ink capacity is not that high. But then again, you can change out your ink colors often. So one of the things I recommend is, and not just me, but people who restore pens recommend, that you use inks that are easy to clean out and that are fairly neutral, meaning like not a lubricated ink, because that will damage the rubber sac inside most vintage pens. So you want to stay away from Iroshizuku or any of the Noodler eel inks. And so you want to avoid those because they do lubricate, and they have the different chemicals in composition that can actually break down the sacs while the inks are in there. So what I recommend are Waterman, Parker, Schaefer inks. So those are just good standard inks to go with. Also, I avoid highly saturated inks like diamine, even though I love diamine. And so you want to just stick to kind of basics. And even in the basics, you're going to get, a bunch of different kind of colors and stuff like that. I feel like my vintage pens are very classic anyway, so I don't mind the blue or the black, green, standard kind of colors. So I'm gonna clean out this water and I'll be right back. Okay, so fresh water again, and you can still see a ton of ink. So literally this could go on for a little while here. I just want to tell you, I kind of let it sit in here for a little bit as well. I cannot stress enough, be gentle with your vintage pens. Not so gentle that you're scared of breaking them, but just be gentle with them. They've lived a long time, and so, the components are not brand new. So with doing that, the other thing is that I'm actually going to refill this probably with Waterman Serenity Blue again. So I don't really need this entirely totally cleaned out. Even if I was going to put like Waterman Black or something like that in there, it's totally fine. So after I get this water to be a little bit lighter, what I'm going to do is to do the same thing as I did with my Schaefer lever fill, and that is you take this one is from the Schaefer. So you take a paper towel. So what I do is, actually, let me just go ahead and do it. All right, so I went ahead and just emptied out the water, and I'm touching this pen to just a paper towel. So there's still blue in there, but not, like terrible amount. So what I'm going to do is just leave this wet. So this just literally got poured out. And I'm going to, I'll use the nib to do that. So I'm going to leave it damp here, but you're just going to put your pen face down so that the capillary action from the damp paper towel is actually going to draw the ink out. So this was my Waterman Black, but it also had some maybe leftover blue ink or something like that, making this really pretty chromatography from my other one. And so it'll continue to just draw the ink out. You can actually see it happening. And what that's going to do is allow your pen to just maybe be ready to be put away if you want to, or you can refill it with another ink and not worry about, contaminating that other one that you were doing. So I hope that helps. With the piston fill, it's so much easier. The lever fill takes a little bit, more time, but either way, they're not all that difficult to do. So I hope that was helpful. Another tip that I heard from a pen restorer was to take your pen and just gently flick it a few times so that the ink will just really come out. I hesitate to recommend that because I know that people have gently flicked and then flicked their pen away and damaging it that way, or some other horror stories about throwing it like a dart into a wall or something like that I would probably end up doing. So I tend to stay away because I love my pens and I don't want to see them destroyed. No reason to do that. So I pretty much tend to just prefer doing this and just letting it sit and watching the ink come out of a pen. I don't know, it's just amusing. So I'm gonna continue to clean up my other pens, and I'm not gonna share those with you, but if you have any questions on some of the pen cleaning, let me know. Usually water does just great, especially for vintage pens. You don't need anything extra. It's pretty much how it's been done for ages, including just tap water. Don't stress out about vintage pens. Instead, use them and enjoy them. So with that, if you like the video, would you please press the like button? If you have a comment, let me know. If you disagree and have other tips, share those too. I would love that. And until next time, bye.